Well, if you can see me and hear me right now, that means not even Tarzan could mess this up. Before I give you two ways that the board of directors from behind the scenes and I would love for you to be praying beside us, let me give you a quick update. Back on July 5th, we had a board of directors meeting. And at that board of directors meeting, I described for the men what is my growing desire to shift to a fuller time involvement in behind the scenes. If I were able to do that, that would make me so much more available and flexible to be able to come alongside those who serve and travel and minister as I do that. After we closed that meeting, we asked God to guide us in the near future, and within the next matter of days, He responded in at least two very concrete ways. First of all, one opportunity I've been pursuing for a number of months, God seems to be swinging that door wider and wider open. It's an opportunity to go to a foreign field and provide a refreshment retreat for a team of missionaries abroad. The second concrete way He responded to our prayers was that a number of days after the board meeting, I found out that my independent contractor position that I have been so grateful for and that has lasted for the past 3 years plus, that it was going to come to the end in mid-July. So currently, I'm no longer tied into that independent contractor tent making job. So with that little background in mind, let me tell you the two ways you could pray for us. Please pray that God would continue to come alongside of us and help us with the planning details of this possible trip to foreign soil to encourage these missionaries. You can also ask God to guide in the travel arrangements because it would probably require two trips, a setup trip and then a small team trip a couple of months later. The second way you can pray is to ask God to guide us into whether or not the timing is right for me to devote fuller time or maybe even full time to behind the scenes. For those of you who might be new to behind the scenes, you might not realize that the behind the scenes fund is something that people give to above and beyond what they already give to their own churches and other missionaries they might support. And to this point in our history, that fund has covered every team expense from every team trip that Behind the Scenes has sent, almost all of my personal travel expenses, all meal expenses and encouragement projects for those in the ministry, and also a part-time salary for me to enable me to be able to travel and be with these dear Christian servants. So if you could pray with us that God would make it clear to us mainly through the fund as to whether or not this is a good time to go fuller time, we would really appreciate that. And thank you for your prayers, your encouragement, your support from the past, right now, even as you're listening to this and watching this, and also for the future. We appreciate it very much. Tarzan signing off.